Season's greetings. I'm artist Lillian Gray, an artist with a mission to make the world of art and design super fun and exciting for you. So you've worked hard all year. Now it's time for some fun. Let's get jolly and design Christmas sweaters inspired by some great artists. Here are some exciting examples to look forward to. Guess what? This video comes with a handy, easy to understand worksheet pack. You can grab it from our Teachers Pay Teachers store. Why worksheets, you ask? So you can get off your phone, silly. There's no need to Google anything if you have a worksheet pack. You can stay in the creative zone and not interrupt your flow. So head over, get your worksheets, and let's dive into the awesome world of design and art together. So what's your usual Christmas getup? I'm from sunny South Africa, and since that is in the southern hemisphere, it's summer during Christmas. I know, crazy! Cape Town is where Father Christmas usually takes a quick surf break. In SA, we usually celebrate Christmas Day eating watermelon next to the pool. However, in the Northern Hemisphere, where Christmas originated, it's cold and usually celebrated with hot drinks and sweaters. The tradition of the ugly Christmas sweater dates back to the 1950s. The more flamboyant, over-the-top sweaters with bright colors and gaudy designs really began emerging in the 80s. By the early 2000s, people started ironically celebrating these over-the-top sweaters, turning the ugly Christmas sweater into a holiday staple. So, where are you from? The Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere? Whether you are designing a swimming costume or a sweater, you will still learn the same principles of art and techniques with this project. So we are going to create our own Christmas sweaters inspired by famous artists. For this project, I have selected the usual suspects. These include Keith Haring, Yayoi Kusama, Vincent van Gogh, Esther Mahlangu, and Romero Britto, 5 in total. You might be thinking, Lillian, why are we doing this project? Great question. You see, what makes a great artist is your observation skills. It's all about training your eye to see. When we zoom in on other artists' work, we learn excellent new skills. If you are rolling your eyes and thinking, ugh, I don't want to copy another artist, you are 100% correct. The end goal is not to copy them, but to be inspired by them. It's about acknowledging the artists that came before you, learning from them, applying some of their techniques in your own art. It's about standing on the shoulders of giants. I was in Amsterdam the other day visiting Rembrandt's house, a celebrated oil painting god in my opinion, and noticed something. He had a room in his house in which he taught only 5 students per year how to paint. Peeking over their easels, I saw that Rembrandt made them copy great artists' work. He made them do this to truly understand how light works and how to recreate this using oil paints. Okay, back to our artist lineup. Have you seen these artists' work before? Maybe you have. But do you understand the key elements that make their art unique? Now let's do a quick overview of each artist style. Let's dive in. First up is artist Keith Haring. Keith Haring was an American artist known for his vibrant, energetic art of bright cartoon-like figures. He rose to fame in the 1980s, a time when pop culture and street art were booming in New York City. Haring wanted to make art that was for everyone. So he developed symbols that everybody could understand and instantly recognize. Some of his famous symbols are the barking dog, radiant baby, and dancing people. He often used public spaces like subway walls as his canvas, turning everyday places into art galleries. But Haring's work wasn't just about fun. He tackled serious social issues. His art spoke out on topics about love, equality, and the fight against AIDS, a disease that affected many people around him. He believed that art could bring people together and spark conversations about important issues. Although he passed away at a young age, Haring left a big impact. His art still inspires people today with its message of unity, love, and activism. So what's his style? Keith Haring's art is characterized by bold, energetic lines and simple, almost cartoon-like forms. His figures often look like they are in motion, expressing a sense of dynamic movement. He captured a sense of joy, activity, and connection between people, which was key to his work's appeal. His reoccurring symbols represents different themes: love, community, and life's challenges. By repeating these symbols, he created a kind of visual language that people could recognize and relate to. Haring used thick black lines to outline his figures, which gave it its cartoony feel. Keith Haring used fun, bold colors in a very straightforward way. He typically worked with solid, bright colors like red, yellow, green, and blue that popped against his black outlines and a white or solid colored background. This color approach made his figures stand out. He didn't blend colors or add any shading. These colors added a sense of excitement and energy to his art, making it eye-catching and easy to understand at a glance. On the worksheet pack, you can see some well-known Keith Haring elements to create your Christmas sweater design with. Next is the Queen of Polka Dots, Yayoi Kusama. She is absolutely dotty about dots. She makes all kinds of art, such as sculptures, paintings, installations, and clothing designs, all covered in dots. Kusama is a renowned Japanese artist, known for her distinctive and innovative works that often explore infinity, obsession, and self-identity themes. Born in 1929, she has been creating art for over 7 decades. Kusama's art style is bold, immersive, and instantly recognizable, defined by her love for polka dots, bright colors, and hypnotic repetition. Her signature use of dots represents infinity and unity, often creating patterns that cover everything from paintings to entire rooms. Her vibrant color palette and organic shapes like pumpkins and tentacles give her work a surreal, dreamlike quality. Kusama's famous infinity mirror rooms add to this effect, surrounding viewers with mirrors and lights to create the illusion of endless space. Through her art, Kusama invites people into her unique vision of the world, where patterns connect everything and imagination knows no bounds. Kusama says that her work represents how she sees the world, a place where everything is connected, no matter how big or small. With her eccentric style, Kusama turned her vision into unforgettable experiences, creating art that is fun, mesmerizing, and totally unique. Kusama uses a vibrant color palette dominated by bold primary colors like red, yellow, and blue, often combined with black and white to create striking contrast and dynamic visual effects in her artwork. On the worksheet, there are some elements you can use to design your Christmas sweater. These include flowers, pumpkins, and funny organic shapes. Next up is the famous, celebrated Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was a famous artist from the Netherlands who loved to paint from life and nature. He was born in 1853 and created many beautiful artworks. Some of his most famous works include Starry Night, with its swirling night sky, and sunflowers, which burst with vibrant yellow hues. Van Gogh was deeply passionate about his art, and he used painting to express his thoughts and inner emotions, even during challenging times in his life. He painted everything around him, from quiet fields to busy cafes, finding inspiration in nature and the world around him. Van Gogh used his imagination to show how he felt in his paintings, making them full of energy and emotion. Even though he had a tough life and struggled with his feelings, he never stopped creating art. Though he didn't find fame during his lifetime, Van Gogh's art is now among the most well-known in the world. Vincent van Gogh's art style is expressive, emotional, and highly textured. He is known for his thick, swirling brushstrokes and vibrant colors. He often used a technique called impasto, where he applied paint thickly, creating a textured surface that made his work look almost 3D. His unique brushstrokes, full of movement and energy, gave his paintings a sense of life and intensity, capturing the feeling of a moment rather than perfect detail. Van Gogh is renowned for his unique use of color. He enjoyed using complementary colors and triadic color schemes. He would create contrast by placing bright yellows next to deep blues. He believed that colors could express emotions. When creating your Van Gogh Christmas sweater, I would recommend using his famous broken lines and swirls. You could maybe also include one of his famous trees or sunflowers as a main focus point. Let's move on to artist number 4, South Africa's beloved Gogo. Esther Mahlangu is a celebrated South African artist known for her vibrant artworks inspired by traditional Ndebele patterns and techniques. The Ndebele is a tribe known for their geometric and bright-colored mural paintings. Mahlangu learned the intricate art of Ndebele painting from her mother and grandmother, a skill passed down through generations. These patterns often feature bright colors and bold geometric shapes like triangles, diamonds, and rectangles. But Esther didn't just stick to painting houses. She took her art to the next level. Her work gained international attention when she was invited by BMW to paint an art car. This project brought her unique style to the world stage and helped her gain fans from all over. Since then, she's worked with major brands, exhibited her work globally, and has become a symbol of pride and creativity in South Africa. Through her art, Esther Mahlangu has kept Ndebele traditions alive and has shown the world how beautiful cultural heritage can be. She's an inspiring figure for young people everywhere, showing how creativity and staying true to your roots can make a big impact. Esther Mahlangu's style is defined by bold geometric patterns, vivid colors, and striking visual harmony that reflects traditional Ndebele art while offering a unique contemporary perspective. Symmetry and balance are key to her compositions, bringing a sense of order to her vibrant patterns. The Ndebele tribe believes that each color is in perfect balance, containing both a positive and negative message. They used this to communicate secret messages to each other during times of war. Blue means faithfulness and can also be seen as a request. On the negative side, it means hostility and dislike. Black signifies marriage and rebirth, as well as death and sadness. Pink means promise or depicts high status, and on the negative side means laziness and poverty. Esther applies color in a flat, precise manner, without shading, giving her designs a crisp graphic quality. When designing your Esther Mahlangu inspired Christmas sweater, I would recommend using a ruler. Even though Esther herself doesn't, she is so skilled that she prefers to paint with a chicken feather, which is the traditional tool of the Ndebeles, and not a fancy modern paintbrush. And that brings us to our final artist for this video. Number 5. The fun and ecstatic artist Romero Britto. Romero Britto is a Brazilian-born, Miami-based artist known for his colorful, optimistic art that combines elements of cubism, pop art, and graffiti. Britto grew up in modest conditions and taught himself to paint using newspaper scraps, eventually developing a style that would become globally recognized. In the 1980s, Britto moved to the US, where his career really took off. He's now worked with major brands such as Coca-Cola and Disney, and even created sculptures for public spaces around the world. His artwork is instantly recognizable and appeals to people of all ages because of its energy and positive vibe. Britto shows that art doesn't have to be serious. It can just be fun, uplifting, and something everybody can enjoy. Romero's art style is known for its bold colors, joyful imagery, and unique blend of pop art, cubism, and graffiti. His work is characterized by vibrant primary colors outlined with thick black lines, creating a stained glass effect that makes each shape and figure pop. Drawing inspiration from cubism, he often fragments his compositions into overlapping shapes. Britto often uses playful patterns such as polka dots, stripes, and checks to add energy and movement to his pieces. While his subjects, often hearts, animals, flowers, and happy people, convey positive, uplifting emotions. This distinctive style and use of color, with its mix of geometric shapes and expressive lines, create a sense of fun and optimism, making his art feel accessible and relatable. On the worksheets, there are some Britto elements that you could use, such as dancing people, teddy bears, and hearts, to design your Christmas sweater inspired by this vibrant artist. Now it's time to create your festive Christmas sweater. Imagine you are Van Gogh, Esther, or Yayoi Kusama. What would your Christmas sweater look like? I recommend working on an A3 page, or maybe even larger. Working too small makes it really hard to add tiny details to your sweater. First, draw your sweater outline and then start designing. In the worksheet, there are additional Christmas elements that you can add to truly bring the festive season to life. I used a mix of art supplies to create my sweaters. Oil pastels work best for me when creating the Van Gogh-inspired Christmas sweater, while colored pencils and fine liners did a great job on the Romero Britto-inspired sweater. A quick reminder that this video series comes with a handy, easy-to-understand worksheet pack. You can grab it from our Teachers Pay Teachers store now. And that's a wrap for this video on Christmas sweaters inspired by great artists. I'm artist Lillian Gray, your go-to art guide who loves sharing all things art and art history. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us grow and keeps the excellent content coming your way.